Welcome back. So I went to go watch him, and it's not as bad as people were saying. I thought it was actually decent to pretty good. Could have been way better. It's just the execution of this movie is just like it was very reserved, very very reserved. But it's getting like overwhelmingly negative everywhere. It's acting like it's the worst film of the year. No, I've watched two of the worst films of the year. This doesn't come close to neither of those. But yes, could have been better. 100%. Like I said, I think it suffers from the execution because it becomes really reserved and there's not much going on. So I think I just would try to give suggestion in this movie or suggestions. It should have probably went to go. It should have went like one or two ways. You have the CT injury that dealing with Cameron Cade, who's the star quarterback, Tyreek Withers. He's riding up. He gets hit in the head, and they probably should have turned this into a psychological thriller. As soon as that happened, probably should have just Justin Tippin, the director of this movie, should have just researched CTE, just turned it into a psychological thriller. How these athletes are dealing with these last moments of this traumatic brain injury before they die, because that's the only time they can actually study to see or diagnose to see if this person has CTE. They should have just stuck with a psychological thriller, just play on the fact is what happening to Cameron Cade. Is it real or is it not? Is it the CTE or is it actually happening? That would have been a really cool movie. It would have just solidified the horrors of reality in fiction. CTE is really scary, and this is what happens. Or they probably should have went another round and went full horror probably halfway through the movie, because at the ending of this movie you could see the crazy shit that happens, and it was violence, the sacrifices. If you when you see the movie, you're going to see it. All of that stuff happens, but it happens literally at the last 10, 15 minutes of the movie, and it probably should have happened sooner. I think that's what the problem. This movie just kind of suffers. It's just the execution. If you would have went one of those two routes, I think it would have been a solid 8 out of 9, 8, 9, 10 movie. But it, like I said, it's a very reserved movie. Should have been a super horror movie, gore filled, 45 minutes for the rest of the movie. Keep it gore filled, horrific, or I probably should just focus on a psychological thriller with the CETE. That would have been really cool. But other than that, just go see this movie at a discount, or if you watch it on streaming, rent it, and I think you'll be fine watching this movie. It's Cable Star. Peace.